My uncle was a Navy SEAL and refused to go near the ocean after retirement. He finally told me what pulled his team underwater. My Uncle Garrett died 3 weeks ago in his landlocked Montana cabin, 800 miles from the nearest coastline. The official report said heart attack, but I know better now. I know what really killed him, what had been slowly killing him for the past 19 years since he left the Navy. He was 52 when he died, which seems young until you understand that he'd been living on borrowed time since 2004, running from something that should have taken him back then. I'm his nephew Michael, and I'm writing this down because Garrett made me promise I would, made me swear on our family name that I'd document everything he told me during those final days when the morphine wasn't enough to keep the nightmares away, and he finally broke his silence about what happened during Operation Serpent's Cradle. That's not the mission's real name, obviously. It's been redacted and classified and buried under so many layers of government denial that even mentioning it probably puts me on some kind of list. But Garrett said that's what they called it among themselves. A joke that stopped being funny the moment they hit the water. I should probably start by explaining who Garrett was before that mission, before whatever happened in those depths changed him into the paranoid recluse who spent his final years barricading himself in Montana's wilderness. He'd been the golden child of our family, the one everyone pointed to as proof that hard work and dedication could take you anywhere. High school valedictorian, Division I wrestler, accepted to Annapolis before deciding that wasn't elite enough and going straight for Bud S training instead. He made it through Hell Week when 80% of his class rang out, earned his trident, got assigned to SEAL Team 3, and deployed to Iraq during the height of the conflict. My dad, his older brother, used to say that Garrett was born without fear, that he had ice water in his veins and could stare down death without blinking. I remember visiting him once when I was 12, right before his second deployment, and he'd seemed larger than life, tanned and muscular, and radiating confidence that made everyone around him stand a little straighter. He'd talked about the Navy like it was his calling, his purpose, the thing he was meant to do with his existence. Then came 2004 and Operation Serpent's Cradle, and when Garrett came back 6 months later, he was a different person entirely. Not in obvious ways at first, not in ways that made the Navy brass concerned enough to deny his request for early discharge. He still looked physically capable, still had the build and the bearing of an operator, but something fundamental had shifted in his eyes. Some essential piece of him had been scooped out and replaced with a hollow wariness that never went away. He stopped talking about the Navy, stopped responding to messages from his old team members, turned down invitations to reunions and memorial services. Most notably, he moved to Montana and refused to go anywhere near large bodies of water, not just the ocean, but lakes, rivers, even swimming